Hello, my name is Greg Rochon, and today I am going to discuss to what extent Wipro Technologies performs the activities of a business process management group. First, I am going to talk about the BPM group as defined by Paul Harmon, and then more specifically about Wipro and its activities in the BPM arena. Let's start off by talking a bit about what a business process management group is. A BPM group is a group that manages the organization's business process. Organizations have different ways of going about managing process, and no one way is the best way. Much of it depends on how the organization is structured. These groups assist the management team to create or maintain business process architecture. These groups are increasingly tasked with coordinating all of the process work for the organization. BPM groups can be responsible for managing the following processes. We will go over each of these processes a bit deeper. Create and maintain the enterprise business process architecture. Business process architecture defines the relationship between processes and sub-processes and between processes and IT resources and training resources. Detailed architecture requires a method to store large amounts of information and identify linkages and be updated constantly. Updated architecture allows BPM group to quickly define the impact of proposed changes. Next, the BPM group might identify, prioritize, and scope business process change projects. The BPM group identifies what processes need to be changed, oversight and prioritization of process and change projects in order to limit the disruption to the organization, review priority and schedule of changes if organization's goals change, develop a list of stakeholders and consult with each one to determine how the process needs to change to satisfy the stakeholder. The BPM group next helps create, maintain, and manage the process performance system. Using the collected data, a BPM group will use measures to evaluate the performance of business managers. They report key performance indicators, KPIs, to senior management. They develop a dashboard to increase senior management visibility to status of process or projects. And they can introduce a capability maturity audit, such as the Software Engineering Institute, SEI's CMMI audit. The BPM group helps create and support the process manager system. The group introduces training for managers to support their role in ensuring business processes performed as designed. BPM coordinates and organizes the training. This training could be documenting the processes and then training the managers to read the process diagrams, or it could be providing a generic curriculum in process management. The BPM group can also recruit, train, and manage the business process change professionals in the organization. They provide support for managers or other groups that are involved on process redesign or improvement projects. Six Sigma training might be provided for managers with different responsibilities, such as training individuals to be master black belts that train others, training individuals to be black belts. These are individuals that lead large process improvements, and training individuals to be green belts who assist with a process improvement in a team, in a temporary time frame. Finally, the BPM can manage risk compliance and reporting and documentation processes. This would include compliance with governmental regulations, think Sarbanes-Oxley. They can document process decision points, and organizations can either integrate these initiatives into process architecture at the organization and maintain these in a repository, or they could hire outside firms to generate this documentation. Let's talk about the specific BPM activities found at Wipro Technologies. Overall, Wipro has a unique method of limited central involvement managing its business processes with its BPM group. The Productivity Office is acting as the BPM group for Wipro. The PO group has advisory responsibility for every lean project. It incubates new process concepts, and it helps coach project managers. An example of the activities found in Process 1, various systems are used to collect processes, managers, measures, links to strategy, IT, and training. We hear mention of a knowledge management system, as well as another system called VelociQ, which was used to submit project plans, design documents, and other documentation. As well as they use the DSM, or the Design Structure Matrix documentation for every project. Other examples found in Process 2 would be the Productivity Office maintaining a list of lean projects, as well as the Productivity Office conducting monthly reviews where teams present their progress. Other examples found in Process 3 would be tracking various measures and evaluating performance of managers and other KPIs to senior management. In 1998, the world's first Level 5 compliant capability maturity model, CMM, for software audit. In 2000, Six Sigma was fully implemented at Wipro. In 2002, the world's first Level 5 compliant CMMI audit for Wipro took place. Example activities at Wipro for Process 4 would be one-day training for managers involved in the lean process, as well as their support for managers in the role of ensuring the business processes performed as designed. Other activities in Process 5 would be the Six Sigma training for managers to perpetuate the process changes, as well as additional training for those involved with the business processes. Examples of activities in Process 6 can be found in the preparation of documentation created from the capability maturity model audits that would prepare for compliance reporting. Finally, let's talk about the activities that Wipro Technologies is not involved in. Example activities that can be found in Process 1 is not clear how all of the process architecture data is stored and if it is able to be retrieved and updated easily in the various systems used. Example activities in Process 2, the Product Office does not prioritize projects. And lastly, for example activities in Process 6, it's not clear that executives understand where and how the financial decisions are made. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation. Please see the discussion forums to post questions and comments on it.